Alright, so I went to Books A Million while on vacation. I mean, we have one here too, but we were shopping and I ran in there. I was just kind of running in just to like look, and then I saw the section of library books that they have for $3 a piece, and I had to get some. Had to. So right now I am reading The Keepsake by Tess Gerritsen, I'm thinking. Obviously the library thing's in the way and there's reflection, but I don't know if you can see. They got all the library stuff on it. I am actually almost finished with this. This is actually really good. I noticed that I kept picking up books that had to do with mummies. I really wasn't meaning to. It just kind of was happening. And this story is just kind of, there's kind of like a serial killer, and he goes after women and turns them into mummies one way or the other. Whether it be through the Egyptian way, or if any of you guys have heard, I don't remember what they called her. I remember watching a documentary on it where you can actually preserve people like mummies in bogs. So this guy did this too. So he did the Egyptian way and he did it the bog way. So like he hunts, and this is like over the span of like decades that he did this. And they're just recently finding the bodies. So they're like out to try to find this guy because he, well, you always know this kind of story, the serial killer ends up getting one of the characters that you know from the story. And so that's kind of what it is. And so they're like out searching to get this guy because they're trying to save the character that you know. I've actually enjoyed this book quite a bit. It's not like, oh, so wonderful, but it's one of those, it was a library book for $3, I'm gonna pick it up. And it's very decent. Like, I really do like it. Definitely recommend it. So it's called The Keepsake by Tess Gerritsen. And then I got a Lisa Gardner book, and it's called Hide. And I'm going to have to look at all of these descriptions. So, this is, once again, something about mummies. I don't know why. It has to do with a mental hospital, and they find 6 mummified corpses. So, and apparently they suspect somebody, a killer from the past, that they thought was dead. But it looks like he's back. So I'm excited to like try this because I like her books. I've read them before. So this one's Hide, and once again it has something to do with mummies. I don't know. I really wasn't searching for books about mummies. And this one is The Bone Vault, and it is Linda Fairstein, I don't know, but it's The Bone Vault, and that is, here, I'll hold it this way, that's her name. I honestly don't know. I usually don't pay attention to author names, I'll be honest. If I read a few of their books, I'll recognize it, but I don't know who this lady is. And these are all kind of mystery type books, because that's really what I tend to go for. And this is, once again, a mystery type, and guess what? It's got a mummy in it. Yeah. It's talking about, there's the 12th dynasty mummified princess. Cleopatra's missing, and then in her place is a not so mummified body of a woman. So obviously they're finding a recent kill where Cleopatra should be, I guess. So it's once again one of those mystery books. Got to find out who killed this lady and where's the real mummy, that type of thing. I don't know why I'm picking up books about mummies, but these sounded so good, and they were $3. And then Kill the Messenger by Tammy Hogue. Now, I think I've actually read a book of hers before. See if I can get her name. Tammy Hogue. This is a thriller. And I guess the killer is like in Hollywood or something, or in LA. I don't know. I have so many of these books, I can't remember what they're all about. So this is kind of robbery, homicide, that type of thing. Yeah. The defense lawyer. Supposed to be people coming after him, that type of thing. So, I don't know. Look it up. Google it. I really kind of just wanted to show you what I got, and I'm trying to explain what they're about. So, be patient with me. This is The Angel's Game by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I have no idea. The Angel's Game. The is underneath of the sticker. And that's the name. I have no idea. I've never even heard of this person. This was the very first book that I picked up whenever I walked in. I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly what all is going on. I know that the main character is an author, and he is in this house in Barcelona. And apparently there's some kind of history that happened in the house, and now like it's coming out in his book. And I don't really know if he knew about it until he started like looking around the house and finding photos and that type of thing. So I'm not really sure exactly what this is supposed to be. So I'm interested to read this, because I don't really like books like that have like ghosts and stuff, so I don't really know if that's the kind of book that it is or what. So we'll see. And then Who's Sorry Now by Jill Church is what I'm thinking her name is, because it's covered up. Churchill. Jill Churchill. Because the sticker is right over top of it. But it's got like a little train with mail bags coming off of it. Who's Sorry Now? That's the name of the book. And Jill Churchill is this author's name. And this is about a sister and a brother duo. And it's during the Great Depression. And so it's like people are discovering there's like a gossipy old woman, and she's like snooping through people's mail, that type of thing. And I don't know what all happens. It has a lot to do with the post office. I don't know. And then they find an old skeleton. So like it sounds like it's one of those really complex stories that has a lot going on. But it's really not that big of a book. I mean, it's pretty thin. And this is Nuclear Jellyfish by Tim Dorsey. Nuclear Jellyfish, Tim Dorsey. And I can't remember what all this is supposed to be about. I think this is actually kind of like a series type thing or something. Because they make the comment, just when you thought it was safe to go online, Surge has returned. So Surge must be, he's the main character, I'm guessing. He must be in other books as well from this author. But he's unhappy that his state's not getting its recognition, so he goes out and he signs up with a big internet travels service thing. And he tries to get... or he opens it up, I mean. And he tries to get his new employees to, like, go to these places where he thinks that they should go see, which I'm guessing aren't the usual places that people will go when they're touring. And then apparently there is robbery crews that are hitting up trade shows. So apparently he goes and tries to find out what's going on. I just thought it sounded interesting. The next one is The Alpine Trader, and it's an Emma Lord mystery. I can't talk today. Mary DeHeim, or I don't know how you say her name. I'll have to see if I can show it to you on the side. But it's The Alpine Trader, and there's her name. And this is Emma Lord. It must be a series type thing. There's other books apparently. Let me see here. Emma Lord has a long time and tragically departed lover, but they go to the Alpine to stay, and then there's a casualty. So apparently there's somebody who they find dead. So it's whodunit type book. And The Leopard's Prey, and this is Suzanne Arruda, The Leopard's Prey, and that's the name. And I don't remember. This has to do with zoos, and I think it also has something to do with like a mystery. Somebody gets blamed for a body being found, but they're not actually the one who killed them. So I think it's the woman of the book has to try to clear his name, but it all has to do with a zoo. So I thought that sounded interesting. And the last one is Virgin Lies by Roderick Anscombe. And I don't remember, this one sounded so good. Apparently there's a 9-year-old girl that disappears. The only witness is like this homeless schizophrenic woman. And she believes like she's under surveillance like all the time. Because, I mean, she's a little bit crazy. But I think there's like, they call him an expert. He's a doctor, and he's an expert at interrogating violent criminals and the insane, so he has to go in and listen to this homeless schizophrenic lady's testimony, and they just gotta go through and listen to this woman because she's the only one who is the witness, trying to find this little girl because they do believe this little 9-year-old girl that disappeared is still alive. It just sounded good. I don't know. I've never heard of half of these authors. I've never heard of the books because I really don't pay attention to that. Like, I read all the time, so I just read anything and everything. I don't pay attention to all that kind of stuff. But whenever I was reading the descriptions, like reading inside of the covers, I just thought they sounded good. And for $3, I'm going to pick them up. So, I'm sorry that I couldn't tell you exactly what they were about. It would take me forever because I'm already at 13 minutes. If I read the thing about them, it would take me a lot longer. So if you're curious, you can look up the names, Google them, whatever, and you can find out about them. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.